Hey Tess, no worries, man. Drive safe. I don't know if you'll have me on lurk mode while you're traveling. Hey Joe, how's it going? Sorry, I have not streamed for a little while. We had like a bit of a flurry of activity around mine and Dan's album. That is now finished. Hey Manul, how you doing? Long time no speak, man. Yeah, so the album Prince of Failure is actually done. I got the final vocal mixes back from the guys that were doing the vocal mixing. So we won't be listening to it on stream. We're actually gonna kind of like, because some things have changed, especially with regards to like the vocal performances. There's a cool little guest feature on Horizon. So I won't be playing the full mixes tonight. Yeah, just gotta keep a little something to the imagination, you know. But what we will be doing tonight is working on a new intro to the album, and then if I have time, an interlude before the title track, Prince of Failure, and also maybe something on an outro. Now, what I have been doing today, so I've taken 3 days off work because I was just like, every time I walk through the house, I was like, oh man, there's just like a million things that I need to get done. And top of the list was actually sort my studio out. So I don't know if you guys remember, but out here on this wall, I used to have like a big 5-tier shelf. And I think originally my plan was that, well, I could plug everything in there and then I guess stand to use it, or some stuff you could use sat, and it was just terrible. It was really, really bad. And then I picked up this desk that's kind of like a DJ desk. So it has like a, well, you can kind of see it there, like an elevator platform. And see a little bit better there if I kind of just angle it around and just a bit. So now this stuff is all live and ready to go for like the first time I've ever had all of this working exactly how I want it. Also, my carpet is not filthy. It's webcam compression. That's what's going on. It's not just me being gross. So yeah, I mean, up here we've got the Mini Freak, the DeepMind 12 desktop, which is a 12 voice full analog polysynth. TR-8S, which is basically all of the classic rolling drum machines, kind of like, you know, virtual circuit modeled. I have this really cool little dinky controller keyboard here, which is running through Logic and then back out to all of the synths. The Micro Freak here, you can't really see this too well. In fact, I don't know why the picture keeps changing on this camera, and I don't know if I can actually set. Ah, there you go, man. That's what it's supposed to look like. Keeps changing. And then I have the Neutron here, which is kind of like you have all these little patch cables and stuff that you can patch things in. And the really, really cool thing is, when I was trying to do this on PC, one of the things that really annoys me about Windows is that you have to have one USB device selected as your ASIO device. And a lot of these will send audio over USB, but if you have your sound card enabled, then you can't use the audio from, you know, any of the groove boxes or anything. I also have these two little desktop guys here. This is like a miniature version of the big drum machine, and this is like a groove box, 4-part groove box. So these all have USB on them. But I'm just like, well, I can't use that on Windows because you have to switch between devices, or you have to plug everything in by 1/4 inch, which just results in like absolute cable spaghetti. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cable spaghetti going on right now. It's actually, you can see a little bit of it down there. It's a bit of a bloody mess. So I'm going to try and use some of this stuff tonight. I won't go out of my way to kind of complicate things, but obviously where it fits. And also I have to kind of refresh myself on how to use a lot of it because it's literally just been sat. Yeah, it's really cool. So I basically, again, this is another one of those things that I've not really had a space for. And on this thing here, there's kind of like, well, you can kind of see it. There's buttons that light up, and then there's like a sub menu thing underneath each one that's just written on the unit. I'm like, well, I can't fucking see it. But if I have a light on the back, and of course, like, you know, you can change the color and everything. Although that was weird. Sort of like strobed out. But yeah, I like it in blue. It's moody. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. The other thing as well that again, I'm not sure if you can see it too well, I managed to get the iPad set up as an audio and MIDI device as well. So there's a whole bunch of things on here that are really good for doing, like, riser effects, glitch effects, again, drum machines, synthesizers. And one of the really cool things is if we take a look at audio MIDI settings, this is one of the main reasons that I moved back to Mac, is that you can have this thing called aggregate devices. So the Scala is my audio interface. That's the thing that's, kind of doing all the heavy lifting. And then I've added everything in here. I've got to enable the iPad, actually. But yeah, they all work to the lowest latency. I don't know how it does it. Don't know how it works. I'm just glad that it does. Don't use the iPad. So what we'll do, my voice is going as well. Sorry about that. I'm not just putting on vocal fry. Maybe I should. So the original intro to Dream Stealer, I'm just waiting for the music to stop on my end. I think it stopped. I can play like a tiny bit of the album. So that intro is basically just like a sort of, it was kind of like a placeholder thing. I always wanted to do something different with that. And this is what I've got so far. I'll move it to the right monitor, that'd be good. Hey, thank you for the raid, Dan. So, for the benefit of everyone that's, yeah, exactly. I think I said to you before, Sarah, like, originally we were like very much trying to put this in that sort of like 2000s realm. So for the benefit of everyone that's just joined from Dan's stream, I'm going to run that around from the top again. So just to kind of refresh you on the old intro, and then we'll play on the new one. Just note what vocal stems use. I use the old one, Dan, because I don't have the vocal stems for the new ones. So yes, everyone that's just joined, we're doing old intro, we'll do a new intro, and then I'm going to kind of finesse this a bit because there's a few things that I want to change on this as well. Thank you very much for the gifted subs, Manuel. Appreciate it, man. Right, so we'll go for the new intro one more time. And then we'll kind of tweak it a little bit. Dan, if there are new vocals, that's fine. I mean, I haven't seen them come in, but I won't do it on stream because obviously I'll have to open up my chats to do that. I'm not suggesting there's anything in the chats that people shouldn't see. I'm just saying. But definitely hearing something in here already that I want to kind of bring out is make that snare kind of pop. Well, I'll say nobody needs to know, do they? Wow. Needs to be more building here as well, like more swelling and stuff, you know. Hey Jaeger, how's it going? So, first thing that I'm hearing there is I want to kind of bring out the snare. I'm trying to think of the best way to find this. I don't know if like 90s snare is going to... I'm always thinking like that kind of, that like Michael Jackson or like Rhythm Nation. Like a new, almost like a New Jack Swing snare. If I can't find it, I'll have to just make it. This is music production. I mean, we'll try making one. Try making one from scratch. See what happens. So I'll drag this into Quick Sampler. And then we will just smash it through a bunch of reverb. So reverb. There's like some pretty hefty pre-delay on that. Get rid of that. No, that's not it. It's not the one. Oh, there it is. That is exactly the one. If you guys listen to Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson, that's the kind of vibe that I want. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'll check that message in a sec, Dan. I actually don't know if I've got anything that I can check messages on because they're all being used. My phone is being used as a camera. Do I have WhatsApp on here? I do. Oh no, what's going on? Why's it stopped? No, it has to be lower. Good, and then In addition to the gate, we will compress it. And then put a final sort of layer of reverb on at the end, just to give it some kind of space. Dan, if you send me your suggestion, if you're still there, send it to me on Messenger, and then I'll be able to get it. Because if you can, please, thank you. Right, the other thing that I was hearing is some kind of like a bigger build or a bigger swell kind of leading into this thing, and also there's some like percussive elements in here that I want to bring out as well. I think it's these little. Where is that coming from? So it's these, the toms. Yeah, that's better. I'm also hearing on that on that clap. I mean, I know it's already quite a busy section, but I'm hearing like a 3/16 delay kind of ping ponging on that, which sounds pretty cool. Maybe kind of give it like a mid boost. But then, it doesn't need to happen every single time. So we'll do it on the first time, but not the second. I mean, I could just copy paste, but we're doing it the hard way. We're going hard mode. Nice. Okay, yeah, let me listen to that reference that you've sent, Dan. Let's see. Listen to the intro with the Tom Percussion stuff. We'd love to try and capture some of this vibe. Are you going to open Spotify? There we go. Don't suppose you guys will be able to hear this. Oh, I won't be able to hear it because it's... Oh, man. Everything... Right, okay. 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. I've just moved WhatsApp to the other screen. Could have just done that the whole time. That would have been the sensible thing to do. Yeah, so I think what will help there, Dan, at the moment is I'm just using like a placeholder. It's kind of like a generic, like, sort of trappy hat loop. I'm just trying to listen to where there would be space for that. So, bum, bum, dum, go, would sound good. Right, do I have any instruments that already have that sound built in? I must have. Fuck it, we'll just make it from scratch. We're doing 80s Tom. No. Kind of looking for that, I think it's called like an R8 or something. Bro, come on. That might be the one. Top of second page. Let me just listen to it again. Where's it gone? I can't bring the... Oh! Struggling. Look at the separation inside. Yeah. Yeah, I hear it. I mean, I don't want to go over the top with it, but I'm hearing a space for something like that. So if we go here, and we'll add that as a one shot. And then again, put some gated reverb on it, just to make it sound a bit bigger. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Metro Gaming. Yeah. That's the one. Bum, bum, dum, ga-da-ga-dum. Don't do it there, just kind of let it. So then the other thing that I wanted to do was maybe substitute that sort of trappy hat thing. So if we go into DT2, Final Projects, and Horizon, there should be an audio loop that I used in there. Ooh, I wonder if that would sound good. Kind of in the beginning bit, like filtered out. That's the one. I mean, even if I kind of layer it with those hats, but I just want something a bit more solid, I think. So if we stretch this to be 8 bars, maybe? Oh man, that does not sound good. See if it meshes with the track. Maybe reuse that, but good. Now the question is, do I replace, because these are just MIDI guitars at the moment. Let's see. Also, I need to kind of get my channels and stuff in order. So these are drums. Honestly, I don't know why I've got so much vocal fry going on tonight. It's pissing me off. Dan's vocals, guitar. So I don't want the guitars to be sidechained because I think that would sound bad. I mean, we could try it. So this is with guitars sidechained. Nah, definitely sounds better out. Yeah, Robert. So there's two that I use. I use Odin and I use Apex. And I think I might have mentioned to you before, maybe on another stream or somewhere else. But there's a few spots on the album where I've actually done a layer underneath real guitar of MIDI guitar just to kind of like, it's more like a synth layer than anything, and especially through that tone. So I haven't found an analog for this in another piece of software. This is from Reason Rack plugin, and it's the Scream 4, which is it's a really, really old effect. But it has this mode in it called Warp, which I don't know exactly what it's doing. I think it's like a wave shaping, wave folding kind of thing with a bit of FM going on. But when you run that, so if I bypass this and just do the amp, it's okay. But turn that on, it's proper like gnarly. I like it. But the clean guitars, I mean, they sound okay. Maybe a bit too crunchy. Where's that even coming from? Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. So where's the actual amp sound in this? Auto filter. Or is that just it? Oh no, that is literally it. I mean, what, does it sound okay? I think it sounds okay. Maybe I'll try a layer of real guitar and just see if it really if it actually adds anything. I'm just fucking surrounded by wires in my element. Oh, the other thing that's really cool, I say really cool, I found a chair on Marketplace. Yeah. So I don't have to sit on the edge of my chair anymore. And yes, I'm wearing pajamas. My house, do what I want. Yeah, it makes a big difference in terms of like posture and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I mean, maybe again, I might just do the same thing here and layer it with the fake guitar. Also, I need to tune. Tuner. Maybe like a sort of swelling lead guitar thing in there. Just, you know, one of those kind of like bendy notes. Do the volume part up or something. That could sound really cool. Yeah, fuck it, that'll do. And if we do the coil tap, can I do it? No, can't reach there. I'll just do that on the real guitar, and then the MIDI guitar can do the do. That would sound alright. So if we, let's see. And then we'll put an exciter in to kind of like boost the highs a bit. And then I'll use my favorite delay, which is the Ripley space delay. I mean, at the risk of just turning this into an absolute reverb fest, I'm going to put more reverb on. So, let's see if that cuts through. Can't really hear it. So let's mute the MIDI guitars. I think that sounds better than the fake guitars. And then I might do maybe like a fifth harmony or something. What is out of tune? Let's use Neural Tuner because I feel like that's quite good. fine. I mean, I guess as long as it's in tune with itself, I can just shift the whole thing up. There we go. A bit of buzz, fret buzz. Sounds nice with the guitar trails. Like it, like it, like it. Ooh, it could also be as well that the because I'm using the old vocal stems before they were tuned, I think there's something's a bit flat in there as well. So when I swap it out for the new vocals, it'll definitely sound more in tune. I'm actually wondering if that doubling is not really adding anything. So if I do let's try that instead. Bring that down in the mix and also kind of EQ out that dominant note that's in there as well. So like, I resampled the riser sound that comes in Dream Stealer as well. And I'm wondering if I could do something like that, like on guitar maybe? So if we use, let's see, there's quite a nice lead preset in this called Gentology, I think. Let's try it. Maybe. That was recording, right? We're layering vibes on top of vibes. Oh yeah, I also wanted to try out that a version of that loop, but kind of like filtered really subtly in the intro. But I don't know if it'd be too quick. Maybe half the tempo. Nope. Well, you know, I don't know. I was just going to try it out. Right. Let's listen to it from the top again, and then I'm also going to see how it blends into the song. Because the other thing we were thinking of doing was ditching this bit. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to let it play out into the song as it exists, and then we'll try a version where we just cut straight in. So, the question is, does it work going into the original intro? I won't play any more than that. I'm not allowed. We're not allowed. I quite like it with the existing intro. I'm just saying. So I'm going to leave that there for now. I don't think there's anything else that I want to change on this, really. I'm going to delete these MIDI guitars because I prefer the real ones. They just weren't adding anything. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I haven't tidied up the arrangement or anything. I could do that another time. So the other track that we want to put an intro in front of... Oh, well, actually, just while you're asking about percussion and stuff, and I might as well kind of just show you a few things that are going on here because it might be useful to anyone that kind of is wondering how to get this sort of sound. So, done a few things here. The drums, I'm actually using Get Good Drums New Metal Kit. And that is literally just going into a distortion. This kind of weird FFT. Oh, actually, no, that's bypassed. So I can get rid of that. So yeah, it's literally just a distortion. And then we're layering that with this kind of like New Jack Swing, Janet Jackson snare that we found earlier. Yeah, that's literally just the room that you're hearing. No EQ, no. There's some OTT on it, which I know is a bit of a dirty word with some producers, but I like it, you know. It does the job. Yeah, but that's just the raw. So the raw kit, and then obviously we've got these toms. Which, by the way, Dan, I don't know if you're still in here, but the 80s toms from that reference track, really good shout. Got some little trappy hats in there, which I'm going to keep, but they sound better now. We've got that kind of like ticking. And then the thing that's kind of doing the beef behind that is this guy, which is actually just a kit from Logic. But it's running into this thing called Serato Hex. So I didn't realize I had an active subscription with Serato. And when I logged in, it was like, oh, do you want to install Hex? I was like, yeah, okay. And I think this was just a random. I spammed the randomize button a few times until I got this sound. So it has like a vinyl sim, overdrive, and a bit crusher. Man, honestly, those toms, such a good shout. I was going to just leave it as it is. See, we work well together. Don't know why I'm telling you that. And then, yeah, what I've done within there is I have this kind of sidechain group, which is pulling from the kick drum from that Logic drum kit. So every time the kick drum happens, it's pulling some of the elements out of the way, but not everything. There's another couple of really cool things in here. So, like I said, I resampled the sound from Dreamstealer to kind of tie the two things together. This patch, I think, is Dune 3. But the one I really liked was there's like a big cinematic kind of swell. If I can find it. Yes, it's this thing. So this is actually some of my sound design from I did for some products for Audio Imperia years and years ago. So it's like a big sort of trailer Bram sort of thing. I'm wondering if it would be better to leave that out of the sidechain group. I think so. Nice. Right, we'll leave that one for now. So the other track that we wanted to put an intro in front of was Prince of Failure, which if I go Final Mix of Swim Lewis, again, I'm just going to play the first few seconds and then we can kind of like vibe some stuff out. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is find the tempo for that. You'd think I'd know it because it's my song, but but I don't. So if we go work, general, BPM. 30 it is. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same BPM, but I think it was, if I have any kind of like sequenced synths going on and stuff in there, I think that would be cool to tie them together. So, this is complete blank slate. I don't actually know what I'm going to be doing for this. One thing I will just sort of pre-warn you is that when I go over to the other side, over this way, which again, it keeps making the picture shit. Why? Stop it. There you go. Yeah, when I go over here, my voice will go a little bit shit. So yeah, just excuse that. So I'm just going to vibe with some stuff that's in the same key as the song. What I'll actually do is I'm going to bring this in, and then we can kind of just see how we're feeling about things leading into that. So I think I'm going to try using this guy, the Micro Freak, because it has this really cool thing with the key bed that so these aren't like mechanical keys, they're capacitive. So they literally trigger as soon as you lay a finger on them, but the more of the finger you put on, the more it does stuff to the sound. So yeah, that could be an interesting thing. I also need to figure out what input it's on. I think it's input 8, and it's a mono input source. If anyone knows actually in the chat, is there a way to rename inputs in Logic? Because what I'm having to do at the moment is every time I want to go to where something's plugged in, I don't know why it's not showing me. Let's quit that again. Audio MIDI setup. Yeah, I basically have to open this up and refer to the numbers here, which is fine. Like, I don't mind doing that. But if anyone knows a way to rename it so that in Logic it actually shows up as like, you know, Micro Freak, whatever. Because I know you can do that in Ableton Live. I haven't figured out how to do it in this yet. Oh, that's it. That's the sound right there. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of vibe out. I'll probably forget that you guys are here and stop talking for like half an hour. But yeah, we're just going to freeform it, see what happens. Definitely going to put some reverb on this synth because it's a mono output and it has no built-in effects. So it does kind of need a bit of sweetening. So I think one thing that would be cool to do is kind of play off of that 2-note motif. Too many cables. Oh, horrible. There were some nice pads kind of up towards the end, but I didn't make a note of the preset number because I'm an idiot. Oh, that's quite nice. Kind of interesting. Maybe more reverb and some kind of like, I don't know, I want it to kind of sound detuned a little bit. So we introduce a delay. That sounds really nice. So I think what I'll do is I'll record just a few goes of that in time with the track. I want to kind of get some kind of sequenced arpeggiated thing going on the neutron as well. I think that would sound really cool. Just to have like a little sound bed, do it in the scale and the key of the song. And then kind of have this kind of... Yeah, that sounds nice. I'll do a few of them as well. Maybe have that as like a variation. As you were asking, that controller is wild. So that synth, it's called the Microfreak. It's all digital, but it has a bunch of different synthesis modes built into it, and you can assign things like how much of your finger is touching the capacitive keys. You can route that to different things like filter, modulation amount, all the rest of it. And then I've also got the sort of big brother of that, which is the Mini Freak, which kind of does all the same things, but just has a regular key bed. But that also has things like granular synth, synthesis. It has a analog filter section as well, which is really nice. We'll try and get that in play as well. I really like that sound. That's nice. I'll make a note of that as well. That is preset 75. So we'll call that Microfreak 75, just in case I want to get back to it. Okay, put a pin in that. Let's try doing an external MIDI instrument, and we'll send it to the neutron, and then we'll arm a MIDI track, and we'll set that input to input 7, which I think is the neutron. Yeah, it's the neutron. And then if we... Now, can I put a MIDI effect? Oh, that's a bit annoying. You can't run MIDI effects into the... into external MIDI tracks. Oh, there must be a way to do that. It's kind of annoying if not. All right, let's try something else. Try something else with this. We'll try making a sort of dronescape sort of thing using the neutron, and we'll just do it in self-oscillating mode. So we're not going to send any MIDI to it. It's just going to run kind of like freeform. And then I can basically tune it to the track. Probably just going to keep to those sort of core notes, and then we'll leave a bigger gap in between so there's room to kind of build this thing. That sounds quite nice, that fifth, that thing. Especially when it kind of like overdrives a bit. Sounds nice with some overtones as well. I'm wondering what it would sound like if we put like a pitch shifting distortion delay, so something that goes down like an octave. That's kind of cool. I'm not feeling there's like a square wave sound. We just do sawtooth, maybe triangle. Yeah, definitely some scope for something shimmering. What I'll probably do is some kind of like arpeggiated thing, and then we'll do the shimmering effect on that. I quite like sort of deep sub-octaves on this one. There's also an effect you could do on this where so it has a built-in delay unit. So if we just kind of mute the delay and reverb for a sec. If I engage the delay at a really short time, so now if we try that out through some reverb, I think that sounded pretty cool. So I'm just going to record like a bunch of this. I've never really worked this way, to be honest. Like I'm always sequencing MIDI and then kind of running that back in and recording it and stuff. So it's quite nice to just sort of perform on the synth a little bit. Yeah, I know. The dry synth did sound quite funny. So if let's move these to here, so we have some kind of padding before it starts. Okay, so we can maybe use some of that. And it's not necessarily going to be this long either. Think if we have something that leads straight into the dun 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 dun, dun like, so maybe some electronic drums or something would sound cool. But first I want to do some kind of like synthy arpeggio thing. I don't know if I'm going to do it on one of these synths or if I'll just do it on like a Reason synth, because the only reason I would do that is I can't seem to run arpeggiators from Logic into an external MIDI instrument, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why that would be the case, but it's what it is. So let's do Reason Rack plugin. There was an intro that I had ages ago, and it was just a random electronic piece of music that I stitched together with the original idea. But it was in the wrong key, like completely. But we can try and do something a little bit like that. So let's do sine waves. Done. Sorted. So I'm thinking... trying to remember how I did it last time. Let's just try running... let's see. I'm going to run a separate version of Reason as a MIDI effects plugin, because then if I find something that I like, I can record it direct to MIDI. So let's do... where has it gone? Note sequencer. Oh, there we go. Quad note generator. So what I should be able to do... why is it not generating any notes? There we go. And then we'll set the pitch variance to max, and then we're going to quantize all of this so that it will only play certain keys. So E, and then bring the rate all the way down. And then let's try a note echo. How do you do this now? It should go up. Bear with me. This, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Now, why is it kind of... I want it to... okay, I need to map velocity to... amp. But it's playing like a pattern. I don't want it to do that. Ah, there we go. That sounds awful. Why is it doing that? Anyone tuning in right now is probably just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I don't like that. Why is it doing that? Because it should just go like... Is it kind of like this loop range thing? What is that? Oh, I might just abandon this, whatever this is. I thought it was going to work. We could try it out with everything else. It's literally, it's playing a rhythm that I didn't play. I just want something like generative. Right, fuck it. I'm bailing on this. I don't know what it's doing. I know what I want, and this is not it. I wanted like those notes, but kind of like, oh shit, no, I know what will do it. Arpeggiator. That's what I want. Put all the notes that I want in, set the arpeggiator to random. There we go. And then we can mess around with the sound while it's kind of doing its thing. I want a synth where I can like modulate that decay time. Let's try that shimmer effect on the top of this, see if that does anything. Actually, do I even have a... don't have a shimmer. Getting lost in the sauce, guys. I like this. That sounds good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get rid of that bit. I don't like that. Unless I just keep that like way down in the mix. Just the whole sound. Because by this point there'll be some drums coming in. Which I think should do the same as like the We're getting there. Something's emerging. Just don't know what yet. See if we can get some drum stuff going. So that would be, we'll use the TR6S because can't be bothered. 39 inputs, 39 and 40. There we go. Inputs 39, 40. And if we go to project synchronization and MIDI, send to the TR6S, send the clock, only send play. Oh, there you go. Done. Okay, pattern cleared. Oh, I haven't even used this thing for like a while. Can we okay, volume. So we'll do 66. 66. I'm thinking if I can like bit crush this and maybe distort it or something, make it sound kind of interesting. Let's see. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Synchronous. That's cool. I don't know what it is, but I like it. It's too kind of like out of time. Maybe with a layer on top of that. Oh my god, shut up. So let's try something in contact. Like that, because I think I actually used it in the song, was Drum Lab, I think it's called. What would be good is if I could use the same what do you call it? The same preset, but I can't remember what I used. Drum Lab. I wish that Native Instruments could make browsing instruments in Contact like actually easy. I hate the new layout that they did. That sounds like GoldenEye. Let's see what that sounds like layered against the... something like that, maybe. Or maybe an open snare. So have that kind of come in, and then at the point where the song kicks in. So we're kind of like alluding to that rhythm. I think that would sound cool. Trying to get those accents right, hi-hat accents. There you go, that'll do. This isn't going to be like the actual structure of it, by the way. I'm kind of just like laying some things down. I don't know what yet. That's doing something that I quite like. It's doing like a sort of like a drum fill thing. I'm going to record this in, and then we can work on affecting it afterwards. Okay, now that's committed to audio. Still not too sure about this kind of like breathing effect. And I kind of like that, but it's a bit, it's too, or is it? I don't know. I mean, bear in mind, this is all going to come in like later. So then bring the filter up on that kind of over the course of this section. Maybe switch that to... Oh yeah, definitely some kind of like transition. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep this. I like that kind of new thing. That sounds cool. Not too sure about the glitchy drums. I mean, maybe also the fact that it comes in like straight away. When what I would really want to do is have it happen like, you know, over time. Let's try something on 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think is the deep mind. I think. So if we route that to here, and we say go into deep mind. No worries, Profango. Sorry, I know things got a little bit weird now. I feel like I'm just in this weird synthy, droney zone. A lot of these sounds kind of tend to just run like by themselves. That's really nice. It's out of tune, but it sounds cool. How do I make it in tune? I'm not feeling that drum loop thing. I think it sucks. I think you're not wrong, Burning. I like that filtered drum loop. I definitely like that. And I like the 2 notes. I don't know if I like anything else. Let's try something else. Try something else. It's very exposing. Just failing live on stream. I mean, I'm going to keep these things just in case I do want to use them. I like those 2 notes. Maybe something more chordal that ties in with the do from the sort of main thing. Oh, glad you think so, Dan. I fucking hate it. Let's see. Where's my drone? Where's my drone gone? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't need to be very long. It could just be like from here. In which case I could move some of this along. That would sound good. Oh, maybe, Dan, as you've said, sort of like heartbeat, maybe something like a rolling bass line, like doing the bass notes of yes. Yes. What am I going to use for it? I mean, what else do I ever use? Let's use Dune. Let's try Dune. That would sound cool. Just have that like sort of lurking. Obviously not this sound, but so just nothing at the start. I mean, not necessarily the sound either. I want something more like... We're getting somewhere. It was in the wrong octave for a start. I am assuming that I can record that. Amplified a click. I think I opened the filter out too early, but that's okay because I can... Has it recorded it into the region? It has done. So I can basically just delete that, put my own node in. So it really just wants to open out like sort of nearer towards the end, I think. And it needs some like higher melodic thing here as well. Also doesn't need to open up that much. It's coming, it's getting there. What I'm going to do is this thing, this kind of like glitchy thing, kind of filter that in. Because it sounds good when everything's going, but it's a bit too much when there's nothing else. So, do the same. I wonder if this drone is actually kind of off-putting, or if I should high pass it or something. This was getting buried. What would this sound like pitch shifted? Probably save this. Let's see, DT2, final projects. So this will go before, just call it Prince of Failure intro. I don't know what with it. It feels like it needs. Like I'm not even sure maybe if this drone thing is working. I've shifted it up an octave. That sounds kind of cool. Maybe sidechain it or something to the... That could sound cool. So as it gets nearer to the end, it starts to breathe more. So see how that sounds if we... What about synth strings instead of the drone? Yeah, could try something out like that. So that should start pumping now. And then straight cut. And I would say automate that down at the end as well, so it's just like absolute dead cut. And then some kind of, I mean, we could just search for reverse synth. Me with that. I'm going to chuck it in just in case I can use it, because it's kind of a cool sound. I mean, I like that as well. Oh man, I meant to search for reverse cymbal, not reverse synth. I was like, why are these all coming up as synths? Reverse cymbal. What would be nice, actually, one, I've got the new vocal stems. There's a thing that Dan does where he kind of like breathes. It's like a breathing noise. I might be offline. Am I online? It says reconnecting to your channels. To activate your chat, please enable channels here. What are you doing? Let's see. Yeah, I have done. What are you on about? Well, I have no idea if I'm still... I can't see the chat. Someone, Dan, say something in the chat. Anything, something. I mean, I think I'm still online. Did I go offline by any chance? Because it said my... oh, weird. Yeah, just it said my chat stopped working. Oh, I'm glad you think so, Dylan. It was, and Dan, it was sounding bullshit until about 10 minutes ago. I mean, it's a bit too... I could maybe try like a cinematic riser type thing. I know you like that kind of stuff, Dan. I mean, fuck it, we'll just try it. It's either going to work or it's not. I think these are 10 bars, I think. Yeah, I mean, if I had it'd be nice if I had the kit. Well, I could just bring the kit in from the song. That could work. Okay, that was working. I just need to adjust this guy, turn him down, and then automate that riser up. God, I hate automation in everything except Reason. I will never stop banging on about it, ever. Stream is offline now. I can still see the chat. Right, get rid of that. Don't like that. There's some kind of something's like clicking. Right, just go back, listen to it from the start, see how it's feeling. Maybe like some choir swell, kind of like dissonant. It's definitely, it's the right kind of vibe, I think. Intro to Broken. My track, Broken, the really old one. I keep meaning to do something with that, you know. That whole song was, I had an old Yamaha Pacifica that I got from the high school that I worked at. And I was changing strings on it, and while they were down like really low, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just write a riff with the strings flapping about. And it ended up coming out like that. That was long before I didn't even think I had a seven string at that point, definitely not an 8 string. I'm glad you dig it, Dan, thank you, because I was really just like, I thought I was losing myself there. But there's definitely something to be said for just like sticking with it, because I've actually done this before where I've been on stream and I've been trying to write something or work something out, and when it's not going right, I'm just like, oh guys, I've got to go, bye. And then just kill the stream. I need to not do that. That's definitely what I need to not do. Right, so I'm thinking like a choir swell would be nice. Maybe. Low key though, not like obnoxious. So we will use chorus and then switch to classic view because modern view sucks. And we'll do maybe women. Actually, no, we'll do ensemble actually, because that'll have all of it. And we'll do sustained R's. Oh, I want the female choir. Women, traditional, sustained R. Oh, I've just remembered I can't use the... Oh, that's annoying. So there's a bug with this plugin, Reason Rack plugin, that introduced in Logic 11. I think they deprecated AU version 2, switched to AU version 3. So any plugins that still use a wrapper for AU v3 but are actually v2, they won't automate properly in Logic. It's not just a Reason thing. Oh, that's annoying. So I have to use auto filter instead, which is fine. It's fine. We like auto filter. Ah, what are you doing? I almost wonder, like, I was going to say, like, have that chord pulsing, so it filters in, but it also has like a, and then it swells up. That would sound cool. Maybe. Okay. So what we'll do is, I think we just have this so it's playing kind of like all the time. And of course it's not going to let me time stretch it to where I want it. Of course it's not. That would be easy. So let's just see how that sounds when we kind of bring the chord in and out. Big low swell. Don't know if it really adds anything. Sounds good there. So I think just let it be that. And don't have it come back. Oh, I kind of want to use the from the actual song. Can I do that? I'm going to do that. And nobody can stop me. So we'll go into Final Project, Prince Failure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that... I will close this because it's saved. It's fine. I might just ditch that choir altogether. Because there's a thing in this that I always wanted to kind of be a bit more of a feature at the end of the song, and it is still there, but it kind of gets buried a little bit. So this might be a good excuse to bring that thing out and kind of introduce it, and then it'll lead into the song. I will stop soon because I'm off work. I've been off work today. I'll be off work tomorrow and Wednesday as well, but I do want to go to gym tomorrow. I like to do it early, so I'm not going to stay up too much longer. And also, it's really bad when I have time off. If I mess my clock up, bad things happen. Now there were some other things in here. Tell you what, I'll do one with, one without. And then I've got options. So if we do that and we bounce to PCM. Yeah, that's definitely something on this intro. There's not really anything going on in the top end. So we could definitely fix that. Piano Prince Valley intro, audio files, Dan R's bounce. Do I use Serum? Version 2. Oh man, I did not know there was a version 2. I in that case I will get it. Because I love Serum. In fact, while this project loads, Serum 2. Ooh. I am human. Show me the synth. 3 oscillators. That's nice. Multi-sample. Granny. Oh man, yeah, I need this. Just instantly. It's an instant buy. What is the update price? That's what I want to know. Upgrade to Serum 2. Free upgrade for all Serum owners. Huh. I mean, I'll leave that tip amount in there. We'll tip. Okay, I'll do this off. I'll do this off stream. That's awesome that it's a free upgrade, though. I was prepared to. Well, I mean, I haven't even tried it yet, but I'm assuming it would be good. Man, I'm so impulsive. Right, DT2. Final projects. It's failure intro. Audio files. Dan R bounce. Is it going to be in a weird place? Have I bounced it in a weird place? I have, haven't I? Oh wait, no I haven't. Maybe bring it on the second one? Oh, I've had cycle on. What are we thinking about that vocal sample? Maybe just in the second half. Definitely adds something. Or like do a reverse reverb into it or something. Yeah, no worries, Matricious. Glad to have you with us. Definitely be on again soon. Probably be on again Wednesday. Yeah, don't worry, Dan, me neither. Oh, right, what goes in this top end? It needs something like an arpeggio or something. Let's try that. Without the vocals or without any kind of synth on the top? Because if you're happy for this kind of vibe, like I'm alright, but I do feel like it just needs a little something. I don't know what. Because you know what I mean? It feels like there's... I'm trying to hear what's missing in my head. Maybe more drums? In fact, Dan sent me a doc that had some kind of like song meaning stuff. Oh, did I fucking bookmark it? I bet I didn't. Of course I didn't. I'm a dickhead. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can open this up. It's fine. No secrets. Or was that one of the ones that wasn't? I think you put it in the chat. Was it in the chat? Yeah, it was in the chat. Oh, okay. Maybe it was one of the ones you didn't do. Everything else gravy. Right, I'm just going to listen to it. I'm just going to vibe. And I'm going to try and think what comes in my head. Maybe just some like war drum fade. I mean, yeah, maybe just more percussion. Or like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I wanted to put one of my swells in there. Is it transitions? That's nice, but it's in the wrong tonality. Although, if I swell it in, because it goes major, minor, so it might be all right. Nah, I don't like it. Nah, none of these are really working for me. What about a drone? Dan, how would you feel about having guitar chugs fade into that, or do you think just keep it purely as it is and then kick straight in with the things? I'll try guitar chug, and if that doesn't work, I'll just leave it as it is for now, and then I'll probably go to bed. I do need to figure out a better way to sort my cabling out, because whenever I kind of switch between guitar and stuff, I can't remember what key it's in. I'll use the... It's probably an 8-string song. Can't remember. It's still very nicely in tune. I haven't played this guitar in a long time. Could just... No, I can't just use the preset because I didn't save it. Fucking hell. Let's do good old Gojira. Nope. We'll just record it, see if we can filter it in. Yeah, no worries, Dan. I'm going to come off quite soon anyway. I'm starting to get tired. But yeah, thanks for hanging about, man. I'll send you the new intro for Dream Stealer, and I'll send you this. And yeah, you just spin it through a couple of times tomorrow and let me know what you think. The next time I go on, we'll do an outro for the album, I think, because that'll be fun. But yeah, we'll have a think about it tomorrow. But yeah, night, man. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Feeling it. I'm feeling the chugs. And then we'll double track. And then fade in. I think that sounds good. One of these is that time. I think it's this one. Okay, and then put these in a group and automate the volume of the group up. That sounds pretty good. I could do some more stuff here, like soundscaping, but for now I think I'm going to leave it. I mean, I think that sounds good. What I'd probably do there is on the bus that has the rhythm guitars, if we go to this kilohertz stereo tool and we start off mono and then open out wide just before the end, I think that would have more impact. I did it too much. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll still do some more next time I'm on, or maybe offline. Yeah. Because something is a little bit amiss there, but mostly it's good. And then after that, it will be an outro to the final track, which, again, I won't play too much of. Or, well, shouldn't really play any of it. But you guys know how it ends. And that track also has that kind of like churchy intro. So I'm wondering if I could maybe do something with that, or I actually have a piece of music lying around that I've been meaning to redo, and maybe you guys can tell me. In fact, fuck it. Let's try it out now. We'll try it out now, and then I'll go to bed. So if we put this in. So the piece of music I'm thinking about, do I still have it? I think it's called Last. Yes. I'm just trying something out here. Might not work. And I could redo this in like an organy sound, so it matches with Jaded Mantra, which I think could sound good. So that'll be up to. Well, there were two. There were two contenders. There was this one as well. Although this is more of an intro. This reminds me of an intro. It's very disaster piece. Quite like 8-bit sort of thing, so maybe if it was redone, I don't know. But I don't know. Ooh, that kind of works going into a major. And maybe if it was a bit slower. I'll just let the song play out and you guys can tell me what you think of it. Again, imagine the sounds are better. I was in a bit of a Wendy Carlos vibe here. But imagine this with organs instead of these weird, like, lo-fi sounds. Something like this, I don't know. It sounds kind of goofy because of that lead sound, but... quite twisted as well, like sinister, so maybe it's not the right vibe. I don't know. I was thinking something like churchy like that. I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else I haven't used yet that could be like a potential thing. Some South American flutes. Yeah, that's the one, man. Ooh. This could be good. Well, it's quite intro-y though. Maybe without the trailer strings and stuff, just have it kind of like change up a bit. Okay, I'm gonna try that out. So it would have to be a semitone up. It doesn't have to be, but I like. Wait. Don't know. Don't know if it's the right kind of vibe. I don't know. I'll play about with it next time. I think for now, I'm going to go to bed and get some washing out of the washing machine. Well, do it in the other order. But yeah, I think that's been good tonight. The intro to the whole album I'm definitely happy with. Intro to Prince of Failure definitely needs some work, but we could do that next time. And in the outro, I mean, I'll probably write something new for it. I'm trying to just be lazy and repurpose something that I've already got, and that's, yeah, we won't do that. We'll make something from scratch. But yeah, thank you for everyone that stayed with me. I have no idea how many people are actually in because Restream's been a bit crappy. But yeah, it's been fun. It's also been really nice to have all of this stuff up and working. I do need to get a bit more comfortable with it, learn how to do things, like especially on the drum machines and everything, but at least it's all there ready to use. So yeah, thank you for everyone who watched tonight, and I will most likely be on again on Wednesday night, but if you check my Instagram, I always put a story up on there first before I go on. So have good mornings, afternoons, evenings, wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys next time in a bit.